It's very important for the market to be involved because under a regulatory regime, the market and private sector is extremely accountable, mainly because it can actually lose money. It can't print money, unlike a government, and therefore is much, or often, much more disciplined and efficient in the deployment of capital. For my wife and I, it's extremely important because we have children. Everybody has children, or those that do have children, obviously, I'd say conscientious, have a desire to ensure that our children's life is certainly no worse than we have had. So it's extremely personal. It's a risk management exercise. If we allow ourselves to dwell on what is absolutely visible when we go to Southeast Asia, when we go to the tropics, or any other natural environment outside of a major metropolis, it's obvious there's massive deterioration, so it's very scary. But that motivates you and drives you to do whatever you can within your power to effect change. It's like the American Indian, you know, we're stewards of the earth. Okay, so our obligation is to take care of it while we're here, because our time is limited. Nature so far has lasted thousands, if not millions of years, and so far as a human race, we're not doing a very good job. So if we're going to fulfill our ultimate theoretical intelligence, we better get our act together. Pollution is a massive cost to the economy, and largely speaking, it's not factored in. Okay, and on the other side of the balance sheet, assets, which are natural assets, are also not priced, and so we've been using them for free in terms of what the balance sheet of the global economy looks like, and it's just not intelligent at the point in time where they're actually beginning to be in short supply. So that, of course, you will end up in a disaster, economically speaking, if you're not pricing parts of what is in fact your economy. It's the only area of jungle in Asia, or possibly Southeast Asia, that has survived in such a manner that all the animals that exist in the Jungle Book, or that were portrayed in the Jungle Book, are alive in the jungle, in Loiser. Most other jungles have deteriorated to the point where they cannot support that degree of biodiversity. Well, this area is on the northern part of Sumatra, in the province of Aceh. It's the only contiguous or virgin jungle left in the whole of Sumatra. And after many years' work on the part of several people, Mike Griffiths in particular, it's been legally demarcated and recognized as an entire ecosystem. And it's actionable in the sense of its legal underpinning for people such as ourselves to engage with the government, who are effectively the host owner of this body, and bring it to market and put a value on it. The remaining forest within that ecosystem will be protected as a function of a variety of efforts. One, the most obvious, where there'll be no more logging, it'll be protected and monitored as such. Parts of it which have suffered incursion will be rehabilitated, and in buffer areas or adjacent areas where there are no more forests, there will be a program to commence agroforestry and actually grow trees back, create biomass. And there's an entire infrastructure investment program associated with our development plan. What's extremely important is that it's a very large area. It's approximately 2.25 million hectares, comprising almost half the entire province. And immediately adjacent to it is another project which has had a lot of publicity, called the Ulumasan project, which is about a quarter of the size. In combination, those two projects would encompass all the forest that's left in the province, and therefore the significance for us and for everybody is that you end up having a provincial program. The province that is capable of being brought to market under the proposed American legislative or compliance regime is Aceh, because of the fact that so much work has gone on in the past to create only two projects. You will have a provincial baseline, so that accelerates the whole process of Indonesia being, there's a domino effect. One province leads another, leads another, leads another, which is what's happening here in California by participation of other Indonesian provinces. There's an excitement and an understanding of this process on the part of the Californian government people as well as private sector participants. And so you're basically creating momentum here and scale and speed.